I love the moment when a place reveals itself slowly. First a hint of emerald water, then the sound of a distant waterfall, and finally, the warm smiles of people who live there. Today, I'm taking you on a countdown through 5 secret spots in Bosnia that stole my heart, each one more surprising and soulful than the last. We're starting at number 5 and working our way to the unreal number 1 that made me want to stay forever. This video is a little wanderlust map and a big invitation to step off the beaten path, to taste the quiet, and to feel the history lodged in stone and river. I'll share the sights, sounds, and small details that made each place unforgettable. Where to walk, where to sit, and what to linger over. I still remember my first morning at Una National Park, when the air tasted like pine, and the river glittered like cut glass. The sound of water becomes a language here, whispering as it slips over limestone, calling you to slow down and follow its course. I walked barefoot on a riverside trail until the stones warmed beneath my feet, and I felt a calm that only wide-open nature can give. One of my favorite things was how the river carved hidden pools and secret rapids, each bend offering a new scene like a series of postcards. There are gentle rafting routes that feel peaceful, perfect for anyone who wants to float and observe rather than race. Paddling beneath cliffs and through emerald eddies, you find a rhythm where conversation becomes softer and smiles stretch longer. The hiking trails here are wonderfully offbeat. You can climb a ridge and suddenly stand above a panorama of forest and water. Along the way, small wooden bridges and spring-fed pools provide perfect picnic spots. On clear days, sunlight through leaves creates a lacework of shadows and light that photographers will love to chase. If you're into wildlife watching, bring binoculars. Kingfishers dart like flashes of color, and otters play in the quieter pools. The park is a mosaic of habitats, rolling meadows, dense beech forests, and those dramatic river corridors that shape everything. I met a local guide who showed me a secluded trail to a hidden waterfall. The path was narrow, the moss lush, and the waterfall was a private symphony for just a few of us. What surprised me most was the sense of solitude so close to small villages. After a morning on the river, you can wander into a neighboring town for a hearty meal and friendly conversation. The food here matched the landscape, simple, fresh, and earthy. River trout grilled with lemon, freshly baked flatbread, and herbal teas from the hills. These shared meals felt like a quiet celebration of the land's gifts. Photographers, take note, early morning light on the Una River is unparalleled, mist hovering low, and the water reflecting mountains and trees like a mirror. Late afternoon provides golden hues that make every rock and ripple sing. Stay near a riverbank cabin to catch both times of day without rushing. Respect the park's quiet, leave no trace, and those secret viewpoints will stay pristine for others. Above all, Una National Park is a reminder that the most powerful travel moments are often slow and sensory. The scent of wet earth, the hush of the forest, the taste of fresh fish. If you want a nature escape that feels like a gentle secret, Una will wrap you in its currents and won't let go. For practical tips, bring water shoes for the pebble banks, a light rain jacket because mountain weather can change fast, and a good camera with a polarizing filter to cut glare and deepen the water's green. Countdown Wanderlust continues. Let's discover more together. So press play, breathe in deeply, and let the landscapes of Bosnia unfold. With every chapter, I'll point out hidden angles for photos, the quiet paths less traveled, and the tiny rituals that make these spots feel like secrets shared between friends. Imagine a cheerful voice guiding you, subtitles for every moment, and a soft countdown in the top left that builds anticipation from 5 down to 1. Blagaj Tekke felt like stepping into a painting, the monastery perched at the base of a towering cliff, with the Buna River pouring from a cave nearby, creating an emerald pool so pure it almost looked unreal. Walking up the stone steps to the Tekke, I felt an immediate hush, as if the place encouraged quiet reflection. The architecture blends Ottoman elegance with raw natural beauty in a way that's quietly profound. The dervishes who once gathered in these rooms left an imprint of calm and purpose. The interiors are simple but rich with history. There's a unique intimacy here, where the sound of flowing water stitches together every moment and the scent of wet stone fills the air. Outside, the riverside terraces are perfect for contemplative pauses. Small cafes and wooden benches invite you to sit and simply watch the water. I found that time stretches here, conversations slow, and even strangers speak in softer tones. Sipping a strong Bosnian coffee while gazing at that pool becomes a meditation, a ritual that connects you to the place and to the people who keep its traditions alive. The cave that feeds the Buna is a dramatic backdrop. Walking to its mouth, you feel the cool breath of the spring and the power of underground currents emerging into the daylight. Photographers and romantics will love the juxtaposition of sheer cliffs, turquoise water, and ancient stonework. Blagaj is also a hub for local flavors, handmade pastries, smoked cheese, small jars of local honey. I sampled a rich cream pastry while watching sunlight scatter across the water, and it felt like an edible postcard. Nearby trails offer vantage points above the Tekke. Wear comfortable shoes, bring a light jacket, and move gently. This is a still living spiritual place. Kravica Waterfalls felt like stumbling into a fairy tale. Wide curtains of water cascading into a semicircular pool, surrounded by lush greenery, creating a natural amphitheater that echoed with joy. I remember the first cool mist on my face as I approached. Instant relief from the heat and an invitation to stay and play. Families found their corners of happiness here. Couples found their corners of happiness here. Solo travelers found their corners of happiness here. Gentle paths and viewing platforms make the falls accessible. Quieter spots invite swimming and floating beneath the cascade. Natural pools perfect for cooling off. Water so clear it invites a slow, contented swim. Picnic areas ring the falls, baskets of grilled meat, fresh salads, homemade rakija being shared. I joined a small group once. Grilled fish and laughter with the falls as soundtrack. Photography here is a joy. Close-ups of water plummeting, wide shots catching the semicircle, over-the-shoulder frames with laughing swimmers. Soft spray creates a haze that catches sunlight, cinematic light. Bring a waterproof case. Your camera will likely get wet. Small trails lead to the top rim. Peer over and watch the river continue. The full view from the rim shows scale, humbling and exhilarating. Kravica gets busy in peak summer. Arrive early for quiet coves, or later in the afternoon for better light. Bring sunscreen, water shoes, a towel. You'll want to swim. Respect posted areas. Some parts protected for generations. Kravica is both spectacle and sanctuary. Marvel, then slow down and float. If your travel list needs a place to unwind and refill, put Kravica on it. Countdown brings us to a town where history wears a waterfall like a crown. Jajce surprises you at every turn. A medieval fortress perched above cobbled streets. A town square where history hangs visibly in the air, and at its center, a waterfall that plunges right through the heart of the town like a crown jewel. I remember walking from the old walls down to the waterfall and feeling a dizzying mix of history and nature wrapped together. The waterfall itself is dramatic. The Pliva River drops in a vertical fall right beside the old town, creating a theater of water framed by stone bridges and centuries-old buildings. It's rare to find such a powerful natural feature integrated so seamlessly into an urban setting, and it gives Jajce a theatrical, almost cinematic vibe. I sat on a bench and watched the water throw spray onto the rocks, listening to tourists and locals exchange impressions. Around the waterfall, narrow alleys lead to tiny cafes where bakers still hand-roll burek and where the aroma of coffee floats between stone walls. I loved taking a slow walk, sampling small pastries, and listening to locals recount tales of the town's layered past, Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian, and more. Climb up to the fortress for a panoramic view. See the waterfall cutting through town, rooftops cascading downward, and the landscape beyond. Sunrise paints the stone in warm colors, and sunset does too. Nearby, the Pliva lakes offer tranquil waters and traditional watermills. I loved watching an old mill in motion, imagining life here 100 years ago. Wear comfortable shoes, bring a light jacket, and be ready to explore on foot. Jajce rewards wandering. Don't miss local cheeses and smoked meats near the river. Simple, savory, and tied to this landscape. Jajce taught me how a town can be both a guardian of history and a living, breathing community. A place that welcomes visitors to witness its stories and to add their own. And finally, number 1. Mostar and its old bridge. There's nothing subtle about how the bridge commands attention. It arches gracefully over the Neretva River, a living symbol of resilience, memory, and beauty. I arrived as the sun gilded the stones, and found myself caught between awe and curiosity. Every step here felt like moving through layers of history and life. The bridge's curve frames the river in a way that photographers dream about. Artisan shops, coffee houses, lively chatter of locals and travelers. I spent hours simply walking, stopping for a cup of coffee in a tiny cafe perched above the river, watching the world pass like a slow film. The old bridge is iconic, but it's the small streets and the people around it that turn a visit into a story. Mostar is about craft and memory, meeting a local craftsman who hand-forged traditional jewelry, tools passed down through generations, stories of the bridge's restorations and the town rebuilding together. Bridge divers, young men leaping from the bridge into turquoise water, diver midair, crowd watching in hushed awe, the perfect splash. It's a ritual that connects present-day joy to deep communal roots. Cafes along the river offer traditional sweets, strong coffee, views that never get old. I savored a sweet pastry while watching light dance on the water and listening to a nearby street musician play. Take a guided walk to hear personal stories, reconstruction, cultural revival, and feel the human warmth in stone and water. Mostar's energy is both reflective and vibrant. The old bridge invites quiet admiration and communal celebration in equal measure. It's the kind of place you return to multiple times in a day for new insights, new frames, new conversations. For many travelers, Mostar becomes an emotional highlight, beauty and resilience intertwined. Stay into golden hour and linger as locals chat, kids play by the water, and the town exudes a calm that feels like home. Mostar taught me that iconic scenes are often most powerful when you allow time to sit inside them. As our countdown ends, Una, Blagaj, Kravica, Jajce, Mostar, these places feel like small companions you might carry with you. Each spot is a different note, water shaping stone, history shaping people, simple pleasures unfolding in quiet corners. I left bits of myself in every river bend, every courtyard, and every cafe, and I always come back a little richer for the time spent there. Arrive early, stay late, ask the locals for their stories, and let the landscape sink in. Travel is at its best when it changes you slowly. When a river teaches patience, a monastery teaches stillness, and a bridge teaches resilience. Bosnia welcomed me with open rivers.